you're doing this, is the shock mounts. Got to get them offered up and bolted in place because we need to weld on. We'll show you on the other side here. So this one comes pre-attached. I need to weld up that hole there as well by the looks of it. This one comes pre-attached. The one on the bottom there does not come with the bulkhead panel. So you need to either buy or fabricate one. I've made these and tapped out the holes, and then get those welded in. Obviously, you need to do that before it goes to paint. Hello guys, I thought that I was finished on the welding, but then I remembered there's one piece that I haven't done, and that's that piece there. So if you bit mangled, but this is basically the inner wing on the driver's side and the vent here, and the new one doesn't come with this piece of metal. It should look like that all the way around, obviously. Right, metal found. Needs a bit of a tidy up. I've measured the hole in the wing here. So it's about that big, which is about 83. So let's say it's 84. So half of 84 gives the radius, be 42. 2 times pi times r is 263. So 26.3 centimeters plus the overlap to make that join there. Got to have an overlap of a couple of centimeters. So let's cut it to 28 or so centimeters, and then we can bend it up. Here we are then, brand new bit of steel. Been to the shop, bought this. No, just cleaned it up obviously. So now I just need to bend this into a circle, and hopefully it'll be the right size. So we'll just progressively bend it along its length. Try not to put any big bends, kinks in it. Like that. And put it around something that's approximately the right size, like my arm. We need a slightly flat bit on the end there. Right, try this in the hole. Up under the cart. So there's quite a lot of overlap here. Probably trim a centimetre or so off the end, even when that's pushed up in there. I'm just shortening it slightly. I'll shorten it. I'll get it fit nicely in that hole, just clamp it round basically, and then yeah, I'll come back. Alright, got it clamped in. Just took some paint off 4 or 5 places round. We get some tack welds, and then we'll put it up in the other positions. It might be slightly undersized, but we'll do our best to make it fit. There she is, up in there. Not looking too bad. Just needed some paint. Prefer it if it came already attached to the panel, but you know. There you go, can't expect too much I suppose. Show you the outside. Up in there. Not perfect, but good enough. Hopefully it's all welded now. I'm going to order up all the supplies for the paint and the prep. sandpaper, filler, blocks, etc, etc, and then we'll have a go. Probably start with something small like the boot, and then maybe the bonnet, maybe the doors. Build up our confidence, get onto the main body, get it all flat, and then yeah, we might have a go at putting some paint on. We'll see how we go. Right, cheers, bye. Just a quick look at this boot lid that I'm probably going to use for this car. So I've just been over it with 120 sandpaper. I did actually start with 80, which is way too aggressive. 120 is also way too aggressive, but we will be painting and then later sanding with 200s, 400s, 800s, etc. But I needed to get rid of the lacquer, and also there was some sticky stuff here that obviously held a number plate on, and also the transfer the city there as well. It's still a bit raised, so I need to go over that again. There are one or two tiny dents, so you can probably see there's still the original lacquer just on that little dent there, and it would be the same here, but I sprayed this with silver paint, so I just took the silver paint off there, and it's left behind a little bit on the dent there. So there's one there and one there to deal with. We will try to remember where they are, but yeah, a little bit more sanding to do just to get rid of the worst of things. Then later it will get prime, and then we'll identify the well, we'll do a little bit of filler work, and then we'll prime and sand and guide coat and all the rest of it. So anyway, I will keep working on it. Thought I'd start with a small panel, and then if I do alright with this, then we can move on to the whole car. Apparently, to make sure you don't get too much air in the filler, we need to wiggle it like this. Right, I've not done the best job there. A lot of technique to be learnt, but I was kind of figuring it out towards the end. Anyway, maybe this application is okay. We will sand it down later, and yeah, we'll see. And if I don't like it, I'll just do it over again. Okay, so we kept sanding through the filler. Those marks have gone now, and the good news is I can't see any imperfections here, and I can't feel any imperfections. And the reason I knew I hadn't gone, well, one of the reasons we would know we hadn't gone far enough through is because this dark primer I put on over the top of the blue is only just starting to show through through the filler. So you can see there's bits here where there's thicker filler, and then obviously at the edges, and then just starting to appear between the low spots is the filler. So probably got a little bit more to go. Interestingly, we are going through the paint, the original paint, in some spots as well. Maybe there are some slight high spots over here. Okay, get a bit dusty now. I'm going to give up for a few minutes, but you can see there is the high spot. So you've got original paint. Oh, that's my paint. Original paint. Original primer. And then bare metal just coming through. And this is obviously filler. I can still feel it very slightly. It's like a raised rib here or something. It's just not so obvious on that side, although that that now feels raised because of that filler. But I need to do more work there. That one in the middle I think is good. So you can see here we're down to bare metal in some places. It's just interesting to see the gradients where it's, you know, I'm standing over full with the block. Clearly this is higher than the bits around it. Anyway, interesting progress for me. We'll get the whole lot done and then I might put some paint on it, see what I can see. Quick little update on the boot. So it was sanded down and then it was primed, and then I could still slightly feel the dent that was there and the sort of raised bit that was here. So we're just giving it another skim of filler and then we'll sand it again. So much filler work going on and sanding. Well, I'll show you a couple of examples here. So this is the back edge of the door, where I've made a couple of tiny dents here when I was crimping on the skin. So it's obviously filler going on there, and then there's a little bit deform here. Don't know if I've quite finished here yet, but the the spot welds that were there obviously needed filling, so that sorted them out. There's a very slight kink in the panel here. I doubt that's going to come out on camera, but just there. So I may blend that in with a bit of filler. But yeah, lots going on. Just working on this back corner, so got to get that blended in where that section has been replaced. This wing was the one that had a couple of dents in it from, well, I think one came from factory, one came from me dropping it. You can see the filler in here and here, and we just sanded over this area. You can just see the high spot there breaking through, and you can see the high spot in the middle of these two patches breaking through. That was all one area of filler. So there's that. Sanding off some filler on here, and this is why you shouldn't move it around too many times. See these little dots in it, the little bubbles or tears in the filler when it was being applied. Here's some filler I did earlier that I didn't move around too much. This is perfectly smooth, apart from sanding scratches.